Huh. Hold on. Hang on. I'm trying to work out this. Right. I forgot which screen I was on again. Sorry. Hi, Leanne. How are you?
Hi, Ros. I'm good, thank you. And you?
Good. I'm fine. I'm just going to drop down that shared screen at the moment because that's what we had happening. I'm fine. Eventually, I'll get all of these sequences of doing things right. So far, I haven't managed to write that list. Hi, Sophie. There's someone who's on the right page, so that's wonderful. It's good to see at least one comment. Thank you for placing that there, Sophie. It's good. I gather that you can hear both of us okay, because that's usually something that isn't checked first, and I can sometimes miss it. So, and Tanya, how are you? And
Hi,
now
Tanya.
coming in, so that's great.
Beautiful. So we know we're connected.
Yeah, and we've got, whoa, I missed that. The mouse is going too slow for the screens.
Hey,
So,
Karen.
hi, Karen. And we've got Paula with a question already. So it's great to see those coming in. And
Yeah.
we've got Josie. Whoa.
Hey,
And
Josie.
coming pretty quick. So Barbara.
Beautiful.
And
It's been a crazy morning.
Karen.
Hey, Barbara.
Oh, look, it has. And did we have Vanessa that I put on the screen? That's a question.
Hey, Vanessa.
Karen.
Yep.
And I'm just flicking through these, Cherie. It's more just as an acknowledgement as a hello. Whoops. I didn't have that one on the screen, did I?
Hey, Cherie.
Yeah. And I might just leave that there at the moment. Oh, hang on. There's another one, another Sharon. And
Sharon.
Alice, I've seen your name before, so hello. It's nice to have. Oh, I like that. I like this comment better. Hi, lady.
Hi, Alice.
It actually felt like that type of morning in some of the what's happened, I think, as far as like with the list. I was just thinking because I did have a very quick and there's another hello.
Hey,
I
Jessica.
like the camera on that. It's cute.
Yeah.
The factor of when you're trying to organise things, and like I still haven't actually got a list written up for the full process of what steps I need to take when you're doing the production side, the hosting side of a live stream, whether it's using the Be Live, this, the Ecamm I use, which I've got connected as well, and StreamYard, or any other of the platforms out there. There's plenty of them. And I still haven't done the list. And I know that this morning, my sleeping pattern was disturbed because I was trying to think of things I needed to put on the list. So how did your sleep go?
Oh, not the greatest. I'm loving my new bed. I could sleep all day and not want to get out. It's so warm and cuddly and it just wants to keep me in there. That's what I keep saying to my husband anyway when I'm waking up at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But he's coming down with a bit of a tonsillitis, coldy. He thinks it's tonsillitis, but he won't go to the doctor, or a coldy thing. So he's been sniffling and he's been coughing and moaning and groaning since probably about, I think I wake up at 5 o'clock or just before 5 with hearing him do that. So as much as I laid there trying to go back to sleep, I just said to him, can I hit you over the head for 5 minutes? He goes, yeah, it might knock me out so I can get back to sleep. I'm like, oh. So he got up and had a shower really early and he woke me up at 20 to 8 and says, that's it, I'm going to work. I've had enough.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Go to work and be miserable, don't.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
That can be the best thing.
Oh,
just to get.
Then you can come home, have a nice cooked tea, and go to bed early.
Yeah. I won't have that luxury tonight. And Corinda, just to put that up there again, I think he's in the US somewhere, so it's early in the morning. So hi, Corinda.
Oh, wow.
It can be like I can sometimes be a guest. I mean, I've got the option of being a guest on a regular weekly show that is by Leanne Ros, and that's in Canada. So the timeline is it's 1:30 if I manage to get on the panel of her regular weekly live stream.
1:30 a.m.
Yes, I am. So I have done that in the
Yeah.
early morning. Oh, hang on, I've got short.
Do you know what? I think 1:30 a.m. is probably easier than 4 a.m.
Oh, look, yeah, sometimes it can be because I've actually been able to stay awake to that time and then do the live with them and then go to bed. I never catch up on the sleep, but it's still something that is a bit easier than going to bed because I'm not a early to bed person. Although last night I went to bed at 10:30.
Everybody was leaving me early last night on Facebook.
Yeah, I know we were chatting about stuff and I just had to go to bed. So I think I just did another couple of little tweaks on it, whether it was a post or had to answer something on the Facebook. And I went to bed.
I was in bed before 11:30 too, so I wasn't much longer after you left, sort of thing. So, which is, usually it's been midnight, 1:30 lately, but I have been sleeping in until about 10:30, and that's one thing I think I'm doing is now that I've got the new bed and I can tilt myself up a bit, it's taking the pressure off my hip. So it's kind of like I get comfortable. I just want to sleep. So where usually I'm in pain by 5 a.m. and can't stay in bed much longer.
Yeah, I've forgotten. That's right. You've got a leaner bed.
Chill.
Tilt bed. That's the word, tilt bed. What
it's amazing. Yeah, it's good. I only put the batteries in his remote yesterday, but I've been using mine since the day I got it, the new mattress. So,
that's sort of split in two sides, isn't it?
Yeah, it's two mattresses that make a king sort of thing. So very comfortable. Wow. Highly recommend it, especially for those with back pain and hip pain and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's been good, a good investment.
With the in-betweens here in Port Elliot with, the slow rate that I'm going to be doing a move back home to Port Elliot. At the moment, because I'm waiting for being able to have the electrician in to double check everything and put new things in where I want new things and stuff. And then the painting, it's not much point putting stuff back in until all of that's done. So at the moment, it's like camping. I've got a futon in the lounge, fold up table in the lounge. Tonight I'll be sleeping on a futon.
Oh, goodness. I tell you what, as much as I'm looking forward to us heading to Port Pirie this weekend for the expo, I'm thinking, how am I going to leave my bed? It's only been, a week tomorrow since I've had my new mattress and that. How am I going to leave my bed?
At least I know
leaving the husband and the kids. They'll be fine.
Oh, I'm taking mine with me. We're going to stay at his place at Port Pirie, as you know. Right. So I know that bed. I know that's comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it in a way. But isn't it funny, though? I mean, as much as I'm getting I really enjoy doing the card readings and that now. I've been practicing for them with the Lenormand deck for daily now for a fair while. And, it's still a funny thing that I'm feeling nervous about doing readings at Port Pirie and then at the big psychic fair in Adelaide and then at Broken Hill and then it's sort of, oh, wow, when do we actually ever get to know with confidence who we are and that we can do it?
Once you've done a few. What have you done now? Two expos now you've done?
Three. I've done a couple of doors, the Mildura. I've done.
Mildura, yeah.
Well, that is it. 3.
Yeah. So it'll come. You get there, you get set up, and you'll be fine.
Well, boy. Yeah. So I'm actually excited, but also at the same time feeling that nervousness. But it's fun. I mean, the whole lot of being able to share with people, I think. Great. I just noticed a quick question there I'll put up. Anything today, please be specific with your questions. so that it's easier to actually give a short reading, so that the number of people that are here can actually, everyone can have one instead of someone missing out, if we can get to that point. I like this one. Paula's put, oh, my back needs that bed. Yeah, so does mine.
I tell you what, if anybody does have back or hip issues, I highly recommend it, because I love to sleep on my back, and with my hip problem and my lower back injury, I can't do it because I just can't lay flat, even with a pillow under my knee. But by tilting my head up just that couple inches and bringing my knees up, it is actually making a difference. I need knee replacement as well. So I've actually found by bringing the feet up a little bit, it's stopping my knee from moving so much, because I've got that much movement in my knee. It's not funny. So, it's incredible. I could sleep all day.
No, that sounds really good.
So I put a bit of more.
So what's next on your list is like, what sort of list do you actually create?
As in working wise, like where I'm off to, where I'm heading, what I'm doing?
No. It just popped into my head. What's next on your list? Because I'm looking down the list, as you know, I look down and try and start from the bottom up and work through the timeline. Like, you know, yours goes randomly because you like to go where Spirit just flicks the mouse and stuff. I can't do that. I think we've done that one before. You're better at it than I am with remembering. Have we done that one as a reading or not yet?
It's one thing I've still got is my memory. Achy body memory.
Is there anything big that you have got that's, you know, with a list, with thinking things of what, is it a need to do, or is it just a business, or is it that, you know, there's so much that goes on in the mind. Do you actually write a list?
Not very often. I should, because I'm lucky, and Mum's probably listening in the background. I haven't seen her photo come up yet. I have a lovely mum that rings me and goes, Leanne, have you done this? Leanne, have you done that? Mind you, we are heading to Port Pirie on Friday, and I haven't even booked accommodation yet. So I keep telling her, when she rings me and harasses me late at night about it, we're going to sleep in the car, but I better be careful I don't manifest that.
No, be careful you don't. I know where there's a double bunk bed. I'm not sure about the women.
I'll sleep with my mum and my dad in a double bunk. That'd be
might not be rude to three. Could only be two.
Well, I did ring. Maybe there's holiday homes at Fisherman's Bay. I could hire one for a weekend.
Look, you probably could too. There is one there. It's not a long weekend.
Because how far is that from?
Oh, it's only half an hour.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So probably the 50K probably. So that's why I'm doing it that way, because for me, I know the road.
Accommodation. Well, I did ring a motel 2 weeks ago and leave a message, and they haven't got back to me. And I'm just thinking, do I follow that one up, or do I just look somewhere else? I want an Airbnb, really. There's Airbnb's about 17 Ks away, so we might look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's not far.
Well, that's not too far. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's be a good weekend.
Yeah, that's it. But no, my list would be 2 pages long if I sat down and wrote it.
As it is, I have got a little list of the things that I need to do, but I've deliberately left it just on a A5, you know, that size, or B5, whatever one you call it. So it's the little clipboard, and it's a little list, and I'm hoping not to have it as more than that page.
Well, as you know, June's crazy. Like, you know, I've got my Murray Bridge show tomorrow night, my live show, and then Thursday we're in a conference all day, you and myself, and then Friday we're off to Port Pirie, then the week after is the Adelaide Expo, and the week after that I'm down at Craigmore working.
Wow. Really.
So,
Well, in that respect, I suppose, you know, what we're about is actually to help others, sharing what info we receive to actually give to them when they're asking questions that actually mean a lot to them. Sometimes I sort of, you know, initially when I started going into doing this industry, if you like, to offer these services as far as psychic mediumship, and doing card readings and the rest, I was wondering sometimes, is it really that important? Well, for those who are asking the questions, if they're wanting messages from loved ones, they're in a state of query, grief is usually the first step, isn't it? And then it can get to be other things left unsaid. What was it? Is there something that needs to be said? Am I going to get a message from something to be said? What are you finding as you actually, because you've been doing mediumship for years and years and years, so what do you find as the process and the importance of actually being a psychic medium?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just to give those, those people that are looking for that one, even if it's one more connection with a loved one. Like, I had a lovely couple of ladies here on the week. I think it was Sunday, I read for.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I just kept saying, just one more question, one more question. But it's kind of like, they had that connection with their son and they knew it was their son. I gave them so much evidence that they, it was just so spot on to say, yes, this is him. And only he would have known that stuff. Good morning, Deidre. And for them to feel his energy and to have that clarity, it meant a lot. And it's a big part of the healing process as well. So, for me to be able to help people to heal is a really, whether it's through the psychic readings or the mediumship readings, I should say, or if it's on a healing bed, it is really important with that. We are just the communicators. So, to give them that connection, to feel a loved one around them can mean so much to a lot of people. So I get a lot of rewards for myself out of being able to give that to them. And at the same time, while I'm reading, I can let go of my own physical body pain that I have 24/7 pretty much. So it goes both ways. I'm giving them stuff, but at the same time, I'm getting something back in return. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, that is actually a very good way of looking at it, because it does. The focus is, and where our focus goes, the energy goes too. So it would take away what you're feeling physically, bodily, because of you have strong empathic reflections too, don't you? So that's hi, Joanne. I was just acknowledging that, and Dana.
Hey, Joanna. Hi, and Dana.
Yeah. And I like this one when you said, as far as the healing bed, well, here's, a water bed's another healing bed too.
That's it. We actually had a water bed for 20 odd years, and it was only 18 months ago that we went back to a mattress. So, they are good.
I haven't actually had a water bed. I have slept on one, probably a couple of times only. Wasn't too sure about it. So, don't know. Something that I was just noticing there, the wow, amazing. So I'm not sure what that one was about. That was really good. So whatever it was, we were talking about the beds and what you feel as far as the process of why we do this and all that. So thank you for sharing that. That's good. Oops, hang on. Got to put that one down. There's Corinda's actually put in, I'm watching Final. He's the guy that's over somewhere in the US timeline or Canadian timeline and the rest, watching a final of, I presume, football. So I hope it goes well for football there. And whoops, these comments, I've got to get used to, that little button. This thing here with Barbara's, Leanne, the other night you told me I needed to speak up. I did, and it's made things so much better. Thank you so much. And
you're very welcome, Barbara. Yeah.
Having feedback, it's great. Thank you for sharing that, Barbara.
Yeah, it is. And that's the thing, when we do speak up and we be heard, it is going to move a lot of energy just within us without having that flow-on effect of the rest that comes. So well done, Barbara, for having the strength to do it.
Yeah. And the question just under that one was, I better start. I just thought, well, we might just start answering some questions. It's coming up. Close to 11, and we don't get through them all the rate that I go. I get distracted. That's why I need to leave it.
But I reckon that's the energy at the moment, the distraction. I have so many different ideas at the moment, and like the one I was talking with you yesterday, and then I've got another one, and somebody's at my front door now, so
Oh, yeah.
oh,
There's
good.
someone to answer it.
The other one's the child that's home's on crutches, so I can't see her getting there too
Oh,
quickly.
goodness.
So, yeah.
But it was
Are you all right if I just duck out for a second, just check that?
Yeah, what I'm going to do
Just in case
is,
there's a parcel delivery. Won't be a moment.
yep. I'm going to bring this up because what I got there, it was just the card that I pulled for you, Ashton. When I first saw the question, what I saw was, actually, what I'm going to do is that, just so that my face is there. It feels a bit lonely when I don't have my face there to speak to the cards. That is Labyrinth. I'm just trying to, no, this way. I've got that deck of cards. That's the box that these cards come in, so that I could align where I actually need to place them to be the best position in the camera. Okay, so that's the Labyrinth, and what I'm getting with that one is with the you're asking the question, when you have more babies, do you see a boy or a girl? My first thought was it was a boy that you're going to have, but it's going to take a few bends and turns and twists to actually get to that point where you fall pregnant. That's what my gist is on it. Now I'm going to swap over to Leanne because she's arrived back at her seat and got organised, haven't you?
I'm pleased I listened to my intuition because our doorbell has a tendency the last few weeks to go off by itself and nobody be there. Okay, so it's a huge big joke through the house. Your spooks are at the door waiting for you. So, and my intuition was, oh, what if that's a parcel, but I'm not expecting anything, and it's all uni books. So my daughter didn't tell me she was expecting a delivery. So beautiful. All right. So I missed what it was that you came out with that. So I do get a boy. All right. Ugh. Okay. I get a little bit of frustration around that. So whether you're not falling pregnant as quickly as you want to, or things are just going to take a little bit of time. I do get the reference to wanting to put a boy around you, but I want to say maybe later this year, early next year with pregnancy news. All right. Okay. So I wish you all the luck with that. You're muted, Ros.
You're right, I was.
I could see your lips moving, but I couldn't hear you.
I want to have a perfect show. Do you think that'll work?
Oh, we've got to have things to laugh at, don't we? We can be entertaining.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Now I'll put this one on for Vanessa. Oh, that takes a lot of space there. You're almost that peak over the top. You're not quite, but I hope we both well. I think we are both well.
Yeah.
Yes, that one looks like one for you. Perfect. Mediumship.
Are we on the right track? Thank you. All right. Now, I get a grandfather figure that's coming in around the both of you. Now, I actually feel like I want to lean more towards your husband's side of the family with this. He's got his hand on his heart, which shows me the love and the pride, but I also feel that I've got the chest, the heart, the lung area for issues with health with this gentleman with that. He keeps playing with my right knee. Now, my right knee is playing up today, but more than normal with the cold. But I get the reference to he had arthritic energy in his right knee, or had an accident or impact to his right knee that has caused that energy as well. When you ask about the right track, I got yes straight away with that. Okay, but I do get the reference to it's about being patient because it's all in the timing at the moment. So I do get the feeling that you are and have been manifesting what you're working towards. Just keep that clear picture of that and keep it coming. All right. So I wish you all the best with that.
And guess what, card? As you're on the right path, there's the Labyrinth. I think what that's actually indicating is, yes, it's going to get you to your destination.
Yeah.
Frame up again.
Beautiful.
So thanks for that, Vanessa. And I'm like, whoa, Sophie, this is another big one from Sophie May. Leanne, can you tell me if something's made its way in my house? I'm feeling really spiritually awakened lately, but I'm also feeling something strange happening around me. Thank you.
Okay, I do get an energy in your house, honey, reading that as Ros was acknowledging your question. I get it, you feel it blow past you, sort of thing. So I do feel that it moves quite quickly with that. I'm not feeling that I've got a relative or a loved one. I do feel that it's something that is connected to the house. Now, I am very much drawn to the need to sage the house. So I would open all your windows and your doors up, sage the house quite thick with smoke, and get into all the corners of your house under the furniture and everything where the spirit can get trapped, because they will hide in the corners in that way. And I always make sure for those cupboards that you can get under the beds and stuff to breeze and wave the smoke in under there as well. When you're doing it, make sure you're doing it from love. So keep in mind that you are cleansing the house out of love. It's coming from the heart, sort of thing. And leave the house open for 10-15 minutes after doing it to allow that energy to come out. Yes, I do get you are spiritually awakening. So I want to say trusting that as well. So it's important to trust what's coming through. But good on you for taking note of that as well, because that's a big step. All right. So wishing you well with that.
And so that drops, the card that I actually pulled for you is birds, and that is a gathering. So as Leanne's saying, they are around the house, and the rest, I do feel that it is more than the one spirit gathering. So it just gelled. So and I think they're probably chattering and trying to get messages through, but because of, also too at the awakening stage of when we do actually start to grow into our spirituality, into our intuition and our psychic senses, it can seem confusing and like it's a gabble. So I think that's also what that's indicating too.
If you want to learn, honey, I've got online classes that you can do too if you're interested.
Yes. And even though I haven't been part of one of your online classes, I know with the face-to-face, very good. So at some point I'll do similar things too. But, we each attract our own crowd in some respects, and the time really is perfect when you feel led to be joining with a teacher will present that you need type of thing at the right time.
Believe
is what
so
I was
true.
meaning to say. not that I'm sort of pushing my own barrel either, but you do go to those you're guided to. You get that sense, and you'll
That's
know.
it.
Now, Josie's obviously not feeling the best with having had a horrible week. I'm actually feeling, just off the top of my back, as I sort of saw that, I think just change your perspective. Shift a step sideways, even to look at something from a different angle, and it's not a horrible week. That we're all quite, as far as it's okay to feel horrible too, but it's just that matter of stepping sideways or one step back, even just to take that longer distance view. It's all about perspective. And I'll leave it for Leanne to finish what she needs to with that. I don't have a card for that one.
Yeah. I was going to say, remember, honey, it's Tuesday. It's only the beginning of the week. So you've got time to turn it around. Like Ros said, change your perspective on that side of it. I actually feel like you're coming down with something because I'm getting a bit of a sore throat with your energy. So whether you've got something sort of going on here at the moment and the dryness and the bit of a rough throat, I just get the reference to just allow this energy to move on. Ground and breathe yourself, just clear your mind, and every time something negative comes up, change that thought with a positive thought, and it will help you change that energy around. All right.
Yeah, and here we've got Natalie there, who is next in line as far as the line of comments go, because I can see it. It's easy to click on. The cards that I've actually got, I found was interesting. I will just show them very quickly. Whoops, I did have it on solo, sorry. Is a young man and the anchor. So will your financial situation be better very soon? I'm just feeling that things will sort themselves out and start to be stable and anchor in, so that you can actually get the benefit of using your finances in a much better way, in a more yang male energy way, is what I'm feeling there. So
So Also
Leanne.
on that, see that finances coming in what you need. Ask your guides, invite them in, tell your guides what it is you want them to do and ask them to bring the financial flow in that you need. All right. Now I always say what I need to be comfortable and to pay my bills, so to speak, without being greedy. Because when you get greedy, the ego comes in, sort of thing. So just have that clear picture. Tell them exactly what it is you want them to do, and give them permission to go ahead and to do that. I always like to thank them for what they are to bring as well. Okay, so yes, I agree. It's coming. You're mute, Ros.
Did it again. I was shuffling the cards. I try and do it perfect.
Yeah. You need a timer on your mute button.
Oh, you can read this question out then. Can you see it in the back end?
I can see it. Yeah. Hi, ladies. The house I'm renting is up for sale. How far away do you see me moving? I don't feel like you're going too far at all, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it's not far away at all. In fact, I'd say it's probably even within around the 50K zone.
Yeah.
What I'm getting.
I was thinking no more than about 10, maybe 15 minutes at the most.
Yeah. Oops.
So
I'm disappearing because I dropped a card. One flew out at you. Hang on.
It's alive. It's got wings. You don't fall off the seat, Ros.
Yeah, I nearly did. It bumped into the table behind me because the fold-up table was just there. I haven't folded up yet. Yeah. Sorry about that. And here's the card. Oh, that's switched straight to solo. I like that. Good.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. It did. I just brought it up from the broadcast from the lobby into the broadcast, and it was solo already.
Yeah.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the rider. That's instant, like it's not far away type of thing. So yeah, even the move itself isn't going to be far away in time, is what I'm feeling with that. And not far away because a horse won't last too far, will it?
No. Well, I had to laugh because when you said it came out, I said it's got wings. Now the horse is like flying on that one.
Yes, I hope that's helpful for you, Rhiannon. Oh, excuse me. Now, I don't think we had a question from Joe yet, did we? Morning, ladies. If you can see who is around my house, I always feel a presence and often see a tall, dark figure standing near the back door.
Interesting. I get a grandfather figure with that.
I was seeing an older male. Yeah.
Yeah, quite a stocky gentleman, a very tall, strong gentleman is the reference I get with that. And it's funny because you said tall, dark. I get the dark, not dark energy, but a dark figure sort of thing. So I want to say that's the way that he is presenting himself for you to be able to see it in that sense. Okay. I don't feel that it's harmful. I do get the reference to that is more like a grandfather figure, and I get the wisdom that comes with him. Okay.
Yeah, because I was seeing more like not having taken much notice of the tall, dark figure, but I was thinking walking stick to start with, but then it sort of did that shape-shifty bit to being more like a Merlin figure, like somebody who almost came out with a magic feel about them and the power that is with that. So I think it was a strong character. The card that flew out as I was shuffling, yep, that went to solo again. That's good. And this is just compass. So I think too that as far as, guiding presence to part of your compass. And that's probably why the Merlin feeling I was getting at the same time, because I really liked watching that series. I love the magic of what we can create, and we all have that ability to create as well. And the Merlin, the magic of what's possible, and maybe you're getting that message of what's possible for you from you seeing that figure in the doorway. Now, I'll hide that comment. We'll go on to something else, and I'm flicking this time. Oh, there you go. Oh, did we do one from Natalie Harry?
I don't think we did, no.
Well, I've partner find work soon. I'm getting a yes.
Yeah, I did too, and I'm seeing the number 8 around that. So whether I'm looking at August or the 8th of the month. All right.
And look, isn't it funny how some of these cards just come up by themselves? They said that one wasn't solo. There you go. There's the compass again. So the 4 and the 2, the 42 is 6 when you add them up together. 4 little digit dover thingies down the bottom there, if you can see them. I don't know what that one is actually. I'm still learning a lot about the cards. So as a focus, the compass type of thing, it can direct you to what sort of work. Have the mind open to know that you're going to be directed to what work is actually going to be getting. Dana, is there a way out of where I am now? Do you suggest womb clearing? Obviously, you have some health issues, Dana, still. So continue to consult with those who have the knowledge to know what might be the best health option for the body physical. What are you seeing there? Oh, I dropped cards again. Sorry.
That's all right. I've still got Natalie's comment up, but that's all good. You might need to double. Yeah, you might need to double click.
Yeah.
It does that at times. All right. So Dana,
Dana, is it?
Yep, that's right. I can see it now. Now, Hannah, I don't know anything about a wound cleaning. I've never heard of a healing done with that, but that is not my forte. So I'm not saying that, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. Trust your instincts. I get the feeling there's other things going on in your life at the moment. So whether somebody has suggested a womb cleaning would help move that, I don't know, hun. I can't answer that one. Sorry.
But with that, it's popped up now as the single. It's the scythe. It is to do with cutting and clearing away and that sort of thing. Still consult with your medical practitioners. I personally have had many, many years ago what was called a D&C after a miscarriage. And I think that that's probably what you're meaning by a womb clearing. I don't know what the process is that they actually do. I dare say it's got something to do with the scraper and icky things, but it was a general anaesthetic. Now, that's something you personally need to consult with your medical practitioners with, and it's only you that can answer that for yourself, whether you actually do need it. Once you've got informed information to make your decisions. So that's what I would say around that. The same with anything that is actually to do with your health and your body. You still need to be in touch with those around you who are the professionals and make informed decisions using your gut feeling around them too, as to what you decide to do, because we all still have our own choice in how we deal with our own bodies. That right, Leanne?
So true. Yes.
Yep. Now, here's an interesting long one again. Would you like to read that one out?
Barbara, I have some unpacked boxes in the shed. When I go out there, the Crows Club song plays. One of the boxes has a crow stuff in it. Is this my son letting me know he is around me? Yes. I want to say, if that is where your head goes, your thought process straight away, yes, definitely. And I would say your son was rather cheeky as well, because the whole time trying to read that, I just felt like I needed to giggle with that as well. So yes, honey, I do feel you're on track with that one.
Yeah, I'm sort of thinking, because out the back there is a shed that's got lots of boxes that I haven't unpacked that I probably won't now until the other end. There
was a reason why you haven't unpacked.
A lot of them are books. I'll probably go straight to a bookstore, secondhand bookstore or whatever. But I mean, it's just, I was just getting the gig that really ha 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 type of, that sort of people was playing, playing the Crows and all the rest. Yeah, a definite way of actually giving a message, isn't it?
I like the fact that they're doing pretty well this year. Well, they're up to 5th, I think. So
I would never believe, I don't follow football. I mean, if I did, it is the Crows, but I mean, it's. Watch it. Oh, I've got 11:11 on the clock up there. Oh, I've got it on the computer.
So have I on my computer too.
At the same time. There you go. That was your lucky one.
Spirits with you.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And I'm just putting that one up because Deirdre's just saying waterbeds are more difficult to get out of as we get older. Any bed is more difficult.
I used to roll out when I hurt my back. It was like, okay, let's go.
My back has been playing up and I am rolling out. Well, it's a fairly good bed. Yours sounds so much better.
It's amazing, I tell you.
It is, isn't it?
I don't know still don't know how I'm going to leave it this weekend.
But, I've only just remembered to mention, we probably should mention, for those who are actually on those other shared pages, is there any? I haven't been monitoring them. Oops. If
I haven't either.
There, I can't see them. You need to click on the mytimetv.live link that brings you to this show. That is physically the source of the show is mytimetv.live. Click on that one so you come over to the page and can type your comments. I might see them if I get to the end of them. That's where you need to be, the mytimetv.live. So where did I get to? This one. We didn't answer it yet, did we?
No.
When do you see my dad getting a surgery date and will it be okay? Okay. If you start on that, I'll just see if there's a card that comes out with a possible guideline of numbers. I'm seeing 6 as part of it, but
okay. I got things clicking here. I've turned everything on mute, so I've got no idea what's making noises. So, okay, surgery day. Okay. I'm drawn more around August with that too. So now I don't want to say date in August, but I feel like I've got just Roz's face then. I feel like I've got notification coming through with around August. Okay, what'd you get, Ros?
I got compass again. And I shuffled. I shuffle well.
I can hear you shuffling.
Oh, you could hear me. If I mute, I forget to unmute. So which do you want me to do?
It doesn't worry me hearing you shuffle. So, well, lets people know you are shuffling them.
Yeah.
So when cards like this keep coming up with time questions.
Yeah, I mean, compass, it is a direction. Just keep an eye out for what you're getting told, to point to the direction in this time. It's a time. Actually, the next one's a 7. I'll put it there. Oh, God. Oops. I have to. That was my sister. She wouldn't have any idea that I do a live at this time. Oops.
The other thing, honey, I was drawn to is you could always ring up and ask, just every now and then inquire about it. Do they know? Because it might bring his file further to the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Just little hints.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Just popping that up. Alice had lost our chat. It disappeared. Did we answer her question? No, I don't think we did Alice's yet, did we?
No, not yet.
Or one of them. She did put one here somewhere. I'll just try and quickly flip through. I wasn't aware that the chat had got lost, so it might have been on your own side there.
Yeah, I think it's probably the internet.
Yeah, this one I'm guided to. Not because it's a long one, but it does, seem a little bit more on the urgent side-ish. So she's received a redundancy letter and should finish this Friday. Have applied for similar role and feel it's a 50-50 whether I stay or go. Being that I go, will I get similar work and pay closer to home? Appreciate your clarity. Thanks. So this one can be a quickie, really.
Yeah. I get closer to home.
Yeah, I'm feeling similar. That the clarity is there. You probably already know what it is you're doing, and rather than switching over,
change is good.
Yeah, and that's what I got was the flowers rather than switching actually, does it still cut in it? I'm just going to do it quickly because the flowers are nice to see if it goes to, there. See, bunch of flowers for you. I think you already know your own answer.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
I think change is good for you, honey, so I do get it's positive. Yeah, it's great.
And Sandra is launching a new program on the 1st of July. Do they have anything around that for me? I need to do another one.
Congratulations, honey, and hello. Yeah, I get positive. So I do feel that it's going to be positive energy. You've got to have a lot of work that's come into this, and I get the reference to it will pay off.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just get a yes with that too. I'm not needing to actually pull a card for you, Sandra. So I'm still trying to sort of flick through and see if I to see if I can find Alice's, but it's not there at the moment. I've got to go further back. This is a quick one. I looked at it and thought, do you think I'll come into some money soon with my super or a windfall and move to Sydney soon? I thought, well, it's the first time I've ever seen someone actually outright ask, am I going to win some money? Win a windfall.
Yeah, with a super or a windfall.
I think that's something that's going to come out. Yeah, it'll be using super, not a windfall, as in you're not going to win the lottery, love. Do you think there will be a move to Sydney soon? I'm getting a yes on that.
So do I. Yeah.
I think that's something you've planned and wanted for a while, is what my feeling is around that too.
Definitely.
So good on you with the move, and hope it goes smoothly. And anything would be great, please. No, that's what I found of Alice's. So probably skip past because it's a general. Can you please ask something that is actually a little more specific? So, it gives a bit better clarity around what we actually get as messages to give to you. Now, did we answer one for Cherie?
No, I don't think we did. I was just wondering if you beautiful ladies can give me a little insight into my near future. I had a horrible sleep last night. I'm really starting to think it's the energy last night that was affecting our sleeps. Ros, myself, my husband. Well, my husband was the irritation that kept me awake. So I went, and I had a weird dream as well last night, so to do with my car. But I think, honey, it's a lot to do with the universe. So look what was coming up in that sort of sleep while you were tossing and turning. I do think that spirit is quite heightened at the moment. So I haven't looked to see what's going on planetary wise, but I want to put it down to the universal energy. Okay. I think a lot of us have a lot on our plates at the moment to do, and that is what is making us restless, because it's like we're getting pushed to do it.
Yeah, and that's a bit hard to see. It's interesting. I don't have any light directly over this, and yet it looks like there's actually a glow coming straight through both of those. It's the tower is this one, which you can hardly see. That is actually a number 19, so it comes down to being a 1, and 36 and 9. So add them together and it's a 1. So it's an ending and it's a start and an ending, really. So I feel like there's, as far as what your near future goes, was what you were asking. There is some unsettledness because you're actually deciding whether there's going to be something that you do let go, as far as letting that baggage cross to bear type thing. You're letting it go because, for a need to actually build up what is your work, your business foundation. I'm feeling, are you in business? That, or about to be, or that's what you're deciding. It's needing to drop one to get into the other. So that's what I'm getting from that. That's what came out for the cards for me. Anything more to add to that?
Not on that, hun, but I do want to say, guys, please don't inbox My Time TV asking for free readings, okay? As it's not our group, it's not our channel, but I have just received a message saying that somebody has inboxed My Time TV asking for a free reading from this show. So it doesn't work that way. The free readings are while the time the show is on. So
exactly.
I just want to make that clear.
It's only within this, and whether I choose to go back and do mini card readings for those who've missed out. I don't always get time, but I do sometimes surprise people and do that. That's the potluck draw of the whole show. It's Tuesday's Intuitive Chat, and it's in the description saying it is like a potluck with what subject we're talking about, but that is also relevant for the readings. If you want something that's more individualized for you, Leanne does readings by booking. I do readings by booking. I do hypnotherapy by booking and other things as well. I'm not quite sure what else Leanne does. I'm pretty sure there is some coaching and other stuff in there too, because she teaches. So, just get in touch with us and ask, but in the proper business hours and what is actually respectful. So, and honouring what we do is for our living. So,
I love the way you said the business hours, hon, because I looked at my phone and I have all these missed calls from the weekend, people ringing on the weekend wanting to make bookings for readings. So weekend is my family time if I'm not away working.
That's right. And the thing is too that we don't push and sell ourselves here. It's not that sort of show, but it's being respectful of the fact that we do offer these as free time to pick up the readings. You're asking questions that can actually lead to quite intense sessions if you're really needing to have that type of consult. We both do it. We both have online booking systems that you do not need to be private messaging over weekends in after hours type timelines. It'll just be dealt with in our office hours, so to speak. So, I mean, that's just part of what a work and a lifestyle, living life, our own lives includes, We need to have that our downtime too. It's actually quite energy sapping sometimes to connect with spirit and receive all this for people. So, it's just a matter of respect, and we respect that you need information and the rest, but in good what's the word for it? Not good time, it's in honour of that we are all human and we all like to have solutions to our problems, but we also need that downtime. And that's where sometimes you really just, I like that. Alice has actually put up, thank you for giving both your time freely and kindly. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, honey. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we love doing it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. I love doing live videos. That's just something that I'm really, really enjoying because it's such an instant. We can connect right with it.
And I think the thing is, though, and I think most of you are very like-minded, but there are people out there that think because we are doing this and giving away free that we constantly need to do it. I got a message to my mobile only just recently, do you do free readings? I'm in a spot. I need this, I need that. And it was just constantly harassment, wanting a free reading. And I said, yes, certainly, join in on our shows. And, if Spirit draws us to you will get chosen to have an answer, but that wasn't good enough. Some people have trouble with boundaries. So,
so that's
believe me, there are people out there.
Oh, definitely. And it's just that, yes, we do have boundaries and we honour yours as well. We won't pester you and sell to you. So,
I see my secretary is a bit slow today coming on. She's just joined in. My mum.
There you go. Want to put mum up.
She wasn't there to hear me give her a compliment before. How rude, mum. Now she's going to go back and watch it. She will too.
Yeah, look, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what time I've got for the other things that I do.
I know she goes back and watches it. I'll get told off.
Thank you, Beth is really grateful for kindness. Thank you.
I love your energy, Beth.
Oh, I like that one too. I'm actually going to put that so we can see it a bit better. People just need to understand you guys are real people and you're not there for others. Well, for amusement, no.
We can be amusing, but still, totally agree, honey.
I hope it's amusing. I hope it's entertaining. I hope it's enjoyable to watch. Otherwise, why are we doing this?
We laugh at each other, and ourselves.
And I'm just whizzing through. Oh, where's another one? Alice, yes, they are lovely cards. I really love them. That's why I'm concentrating on using these at the moment compared to any of the other decks. I've got lots and lots of decks. Look, there we go. Now I'm going to get to answering Alice's. Persistence sometimes does work. So I should be concentrating on some specific area. Money, love, career spread at the moment. Sometimes the confusion is there. So what are you getting for Alice? I'm just going to shuffle the cards.
I'm actually getting, honey, focus on balance, bringing balance into your life. So I want to say all three in that sense, but I do get the reference to it's about just finding balance enjoying life and allowing this energy to move, and the rest will follow. All right. So it will work. She's got the compass again. You watch.
Nah, it's funny. Look, it might have been just purely because there was 3 days of trying to find it. I needed 3 cards, right? The first one was no, they're totally different. We haven't had these yet.
Oh, wow. No, we haven't.
We've got the well first, so looking deeply, because that's what it is. It's also a bit to do with the wishing, but it's not specifically the wishing well. It is just the well to look more deeply into some areas of where you're feeling guided to. With the sunshine, I mean, that's putting enlightenment and bringing things out more into the open. And then I see the fat little mice. I love the mouse card. In the guidebook, it's supposed to be a bit more of the, perceived negative card, but I don't think so. I think it's just little creatures that are taking advantage of what they have around them, and they guts and gorge themselves and have a wonderful time, even to the point of danger where he's hanging by the thread on that middle, that little bit of cloth he's chewing into. We know how destructive they can be, but they can also clean stuff up too that's left around that's not being used. It's all that's
or remind us to clean that stuff up.
And it does. It reminds us you need to be looking in the deep, dark holes and cleaning up your surroundings, because there's something that mice are actually getting into and creating a mess. It's all of that. So I think as far as, what you asked, I think cute. You got the mice. I like the mice. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, Natalie's got a lovely message there at 11:27 too, hun.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. 11:27. So always free better after yours shows, even if you always feel better after your shows, even if you're not.
That's how I read it. Phil. It says free, but I read it as Phil.
It's one of those funny things, like, because I am branching into doing virtual assistant work. I love helping other people, including, helping them do things like the back end of this, or, getting lives happening, or, how do you actually phrase some of this as far as editing, proofreading. Proofreading is one of those things I just do automatically. And I've been going through a few websites lately. And look, I try not to be a grammar Nazi type person, but it was on a professional page that was, we're going to the workshop this Thursday, and on one of the major sticker promotional things, there is a typo error. So wrong. And I'm sort of thinking, I felt they're wrong. They had THIER, and I'm thinking, I haven't said anything,
it's not just me. Oh, goodness.
Language, and even how we write it, really only needs to be understood. I know that there are many people who just do not know how to spell, or what correct grammar is, or punctuation, or anything. I'm 60 this year. I was brought up with a lot of that old-fashioned grammar, using your proper verbs, nouns, adjectives, and all those things in the right places. I still don't do it perfectly myself, but it's only there to understand what you're saying. So if it says always free better after your shows, forget that. It is feel better.
And I read it as it was meant to be. So that's just the way it works.
It is, isn't it? Just feel better. You are actually feeling better. I think that's
that's good, honey.
That.
Yeah. I'm pleased we can help and make, your day a little bit better.
Yeah. And we are actually on the 11:30, so we might just leave the reading side of it there. I think as far as, how do you finish things off sometimes? There was a couple of times where there was the cross, there was the scythe, and in the cards themselves there was a couple of things that people need to actually finish things off, to actually cut into and decide and let things happen, go with your guidance. It's that intuitive factor. We all have it. Hopefully, what I share helps you to actually become more aware of your own sense of that gut feeling, that intuition. And if you're feeling it's developing into something even more with messages you're receiving, be open to it and aware of being able to grow it at your own pace. Courses, Leanne has courses I might develop at some point. I mean, I just don't know where my direction's going with some of that. But be open to, when you're looking through Facebook or anywhere that you search, or even walking through a bookstore or something, and your eye catches a book that's instructional for well-being, or to teach around your psychic senses or anything. Be open to what messages you're receiving at any point in time, because you don't always know how, look, we're not always aware how often Spirit's actually with us and our guidance is with us all the time. They're trying to give us those messages all the time. Be open to it. When you're ready for it, they'll kick you with the right thing right in front of face. You can't ignore it. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, they push. I always said I would never teach and I'd never write a book, and Spirits had me do both. So they can just give me the last part of the download of the book and I'll be really happy. So it's coming. I know it's coming very soon.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just a matter of resting in your own soul space and being aware you are perfect where you are at this point in time, with what you have as your history, that past brought forward to where you are now. And it's all been created perfectly to be who you are perfectly right now. So feel yourself into that, love that position of where you're at. And there is no hurry to move any of it forward. It'll go at the pace that's perfect for you. And that's what I want to actually give you now, because I'm actually saying that for me. Okay? So in that, we shall say goodbye until next week, 10:30. Now, Leanne is highly likely to be the one who's hosting it from her side, but it doesn't change for you guys. Just be present here on the mytimetv.live link, and we'll see you then for more chatting and readings.
Look forward to it. Thank you, everyone.
Want to add to that, Leanne?
No, I totally agree with you. You are the one in control of your journey, your destiny. Make it what it is that you need. There's no right or wrong. It's what serves you. Okay.
Yeah. And that's great. So I'm going to finish there and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.